Hey Taurus, welcome to my channel. This is going to be your check-in for the next season, the next month. It is a timeless reading, so whenever you find this message, it is when it is meant for you. So I'm just going to draw 2 oracle cards for you, Taurus, before we kick off the reading. I felt drawn to drawing the oracle cards since it is Sag season from tomorrow onwards, and it is a new moon today. And Sag season, I feel, is bringing in a reconciliation of everything that we've been processing and integrating in Scorpio season or throughout this year. It's been quite an intense year, energetically, spiritually, emotionally. It's been a lot. So let's see. First, I'm going to draw from the Spirit Animal Oracle. I've been feeling this animal spirit energy strongly because of the energy of metamorphosis that has been going on for a lot of the zodiac signs. And just to return to our inherent roots, our inherent knowledge. We've lost so much of that ancestral knowledge of knowing how to work with nature, move with nature, and animals do this so naturally and so innocently and with so much humility and a sense of just moving through the world without trying to conquer it. It's a sense of balance and sobriety rather than the gluttony that can be the human race sometimes. So I wanted to bring us back to that innocence, which is why I'm using the Animal Spirit deck today. Okay, let's see. Taurus, for Taurus. Speaking about animal spirit, our spirit energy is the bull. And I feel like you are pushing through a lot right now, Taurus. And clearing out your space very deliberately of people energies that just no longer fit or reciprocate. I feel like anything that shifts your energy, Taurus, and you'll notice, every conversation, every environment that you are in, if you are noticing that your energy shifts to the negative or to a lower vibration in any way after a conversation, after being in a certain space, that is your body's way, your nervous system's way of saying to you right now that those are the people and spaces and environments that you need to lay low from or kind of stay away from. I do also sense a frustration while I'm feeling that as a Taurus sun, just an impatience, and sometimes that can be our shadow energy, Taurus. The bull in the china shop kind of feeling or vibe, especially if you are trying to resolve something within you and it feels emotional, that is difficult to resolve without access to a certain situation or person. So it's the sense of feeling a little bit of loss of control And the frustration and the impatience is coming from that. So just be kind to yourself, Taurus. I've been saying this to all the, in all the zodiac readings. The important thing is non-judgment. Non-judgment for whatever is coming through and coming up for you. Okay, Spirit, please and thank you. Thank you for the message. Thank you for the blessings. Please bless this reading. Please come into this reading. Make this your message and your message only. All negative energy must leave the space now. For the sign of Taurus, please can we have an oracle message from the Spirit Animal deck? Wow. Only jumpers, please. Owl did fall out, which is a 7. It's a rest energy. There's a certain wisdom that is coming to you from what you've experienced this year, but I only want to take jumpers. Only jumpers, please and thank you. Okay, this definitely wanted to come out because it flipped over twice. Crow Spirit. Co-create with Spirit. It's an 8 energy. And owl was a 7 energy. So I do feel a spiritual progression here for you, Taurus. Crows are also the messengers of the divine. So co-creating with Spirit. I want to read this message to you, Taurus. Co-create with Spirit. As you look around you, can you sense the magic that pulses through the world? Have you ever witnessed how every thought can become a thing? How every intention can call the universe into action as the sacred laws shape what you experience? The universe works in perfect order when you align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with Spirit. You will want to crow with delight, feeling the excitement and wonder of being in harmony with something much larger than yourself. Crow Spirit says you are right on target now to see your dreams magically come into being in the visible world. The laws of abundance, compensation, frequency, and praise are operating in your favor now. Remember to be grateful and praise what is yours, even if it is still coalescing into form, still residing in the invisible realms of co-creation. No matter what area of your life you're concerned with now, what you hope for is on its way, for Spirit is your co-creation partner. The medicine is that Crow wants you to know, why you think there is no magic in the world. Or do you believe that there once was, but it ran out, leaving nothing but ordinariness? Although conditions have been challenging, you have no reason to believe that everything you've set an intention for will elude you. Right now, the outer world is shifting. Can you feel it? Maybe you are fretting about experiencing the results of some of your poor choices or judgment from the past. Crow Spirit is here to remind you that you can always course correct and get back on track. Maybe you've been hit by a loss or disappointment as a result of an event that had absolutely nothing to do with your manifesting, yet it has shaken you to your core. Crow Spirit asks you to trust that no matter the temporary conditions, things will right themselves very soon. The law of balance makes it inevitable that this too shall pass. That's very apt, for me at least. Being a Taurus sun, I have been feeling a little bit of a sense of a loss of faith sometimes, because my manifestations are not, or my ideas and what I'm creating are not right now visible in the 3D world or in the physical world, but that doesn't mean that they are not unfolding and developing. And I think that's the message Spirit wants to bring forth today for us, Taurus, is to trust, to continue to trust in the magic, to continue to have faith. You know, as long as you're working with the right intention, do no harm, take no shit, and creating from a space of good intention and with your higher self and in alignment, then patience is all that's needed to see whatever you are hoping for come to reality. Okay, one more oracle message from the angels and ancestors deck. Trust your talents in changing times. Fox spirit, how beautiful is that? Another animal. I love foxes. They are my absolute favorite. And fox energy also needs to go into its den. You know, it's a very shy creature. It's a very private creature. And maybe that's what needs to happen now, Taurus, is to come back to your faith, to come back to your trust, is to go into your inner world and just realign, reconnect with spirit again. Spirit fox. Oh, I love fox. Hey, Foxy. 74, page 74, that's an 11 energy. So I do feel like your wishes are coming through. The message is stay alert as change is in the air. The spirit fox features my favorite animal of all time, the red fox, an amazingly resilient creature, able to survive in urban environments or the freezing temperatures of the Arctic. Foxes know what it's like to be hunted. For centuries they have been sought for their precious fur, when all they want is to survive. So the spirit fox can help you overcome the energies of adversity and unfair treatment. Also, as urban foxes hide in cities and go about their business in the darker hours, the fox offers the medicine of blending in. The energies around you are changing at this time, and although it may not always be comfortable, you are equipped with all that you need to survive this shift, Taurus. You are being presented with opportunities to teach or to reach spaces you've never encountered before. And this can make you feel on edge, but be open to the shifts occurring because they really are the answers to your prayers. That was the on edge feeling I was getting at the beginning of the reading, like wanting to just rummage through, ram through a china shop just because the energy feels so uncomfortable and it's creating this restlessness. The experience of being hunted or threatened is now behind you, and you are being invited to come out from your den and reveal your glory and talents. Call upon Spirit Fox Medicine to help you be seen for who you are and trust in your talents in order to be the best you can be in these changing times. Beautiful message. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. I love Fox energy. Okay, so let's look at some tarot cards for you, Taurus. And that's what I'm feeling as well in my space is, to trust in my authentic talent. Not try and be someone that I'm not try and fit the mold and listen to external voices, what everyone else is saying about what success should look like. It's been a challenge. Okay. So let's see for Taurus Spirit, please and thank you. I'm using the Good Tarot by Collette, Baron-Reid. 8 of Water, Change is definitely a coming, Taurus. And you are ready to move on. You are ready to go out into the horizon, seek your treasures, explore new territory, to navigate into uncharted territory is what I just heard. Because the treasures that you will find there, and this is what's happening for you now, I feel, is in this uncharted territory, to trust that there is magic and treasure in what is to be found, to be learned, to be received. It's also this trusting in the energy of receiving, or feeling worthy of receiving, Taurus. Feeling deserving of receiving everything that is meant for you. I also sense, again, it's walking away from situations, and this is again what I was feeling, wherever your energy feels, and you will feel a shift in your vibration, you'll feel a shift in your body temperature, in your heart space, in your gut space, when something just doesn't feel right. And it can be in the middle of a conversation with someone, in a mall, wherever you are finding yourself in, at the office, any environment that shifts your energy, that makes you feel heavy or uncomfortable in any way. That's your nervous system, your body saying or sending you a message, an intelligence that this is not meant for you. So it's important to listen to that and to walk away from anything that makes you feel uncomfortable right now. Not uncomfortable in the sense of a growth opportunity, but uncomfortable in the sense of threatening. And again, that's the fox energy. They are able to, their agility and resilience in escaping persecution. The Magician. Manifesting, Taurus. Manifesting, using all of your talents, your gifts, and the trust, because manifestation and bringing forth creation into the world does take trust and faith. And you can't fake that. You can't fake faith or trust. It has to be energetic. It's got to be something that you are truly feeling, because that's going to be what is reflected and picked up by source, by your environment, by the universe, and reflected right back to you. So it's moving into the sense of having faith in your talents again, and in your worth, Taurus, and your unique signature, your unique song, and what it is you are meant to bring forth into the world. I'm feeling like, I know the card said the medicine was, it's safe to come out of the den now. But I'm also feeling den energy, like a hermit energy. Wow, as I said that. Can't make this up. As I said that, the hermit card flipped over. And that's exactly what I was sensing, is going within in order to unlock the insights, the secrets, the treasures that you need to close out cycles and to move into new cycles and to bring forth the manifestation. Wow, thank you, Spirit. That was incredible. Oh, okay, it wants to come out again. So definitely hermiting. It's interesting, I did an Enneagram unpacking of my own Enneagram yesterday with a very good friend of mine. And I'm an Enneagram 7, which is a visionary. And visionaries tend to want to go out to explore, and they externalize their experiences in order to avoid pain. The integration for that is to go within, to seek answers from within, to develop that income from within, and not seek it from the outside world. And sometimes that means sitting in the discomfort, sitting in the pain. And that's the hermit energy I'm sensing is, and it's something I'm going to practice today when I'm done with the readings, is sitting in the discomfort of what is going on for me right now. The feelings of, fear of persecution, of showing up fully in the world and trusting my path, trusting the path that I've chosen, trusting the choices that I've made, revisiting the choices that I've made. So that could, when I do share personal experience, that could resonate for some of you Taurians as well. So take some time as we move into the weekend and into Sagittarius season to just take a step back and go within. Both major arcana, Virgo and Gemini, so you could also be dealing with a Virgo or a Gemini Taurus, but that means, the major arcana comes through as divine messages or divine guidance. Only jumpers, please, and thank you. 9 of Fire. So this also came out for Sagittarius. In fact, it fell on the floor. And I picked up Taurus energy in the Sag reading, so you could also be dealing with the Sag. 9 of Wands, the 9 of Fire, is the wounded warrior. But it's interesting, whenever the decks choose to be used, there's different depictions of the message in different decks, depending on the imagery. And what's happening in this energy is that the wounded warrior is transmuting the wounds into something that is a lesson, a beautiful lesson, a gift, a talent that can be used to move forward into the next cycle, or into your next manifestation, into your creation, Taurus. So instead of being weary and holding on to those ones like woundings and not being willing to go into them, and it's a process, because like cleaning out a wound, the deeper you go, the more painful it gets, but it gets less and less painful the more you go in there, the more you clean it out. And this is transmuting those woundings, those traumas, those ones, heavy energy into light, because that's what fire energy does. It transmutes. So it's not bypassing, it's not shifting blame, it's not externalizing the burden, it's not distracting from the burden, it's not holding onto it or spiraling in it either. It's acknowledging it as a gift, as a lesson, thanking it, and then allowing it to transmute and move through your energy so that you can physically feel lighter as well, Taurus. 5 of Air. So some grounding, I think, would be good for you right now, Taurus. Grounding energy, meditation, journaling, writing out your thoughts instead of allowing them to kind of spiral in your mind. I think it's important to get it out on paper, to express what it is that you are feeling, so that you don't feel like you are floating in a 5D sense, especially if you are co-creating with spirit. A lot of that work is done on a 5D level. And it's an opportunity now to help to ground those ideas by grounding your own energy so that they have a safe container to land in. 5 of Air can also be self-sabotage, Taurus. And I have a tendency to do this, is this feeling of deserving or receiving. And so if I feel like I'm at a point where I'm about to make a breakthrough, or I'm about to shift into something big, my sense of safety or comfort for some reason, and that's something I need to unpack, feels triggered, and then I want to sabotage whatever's coming in that's new. Because Taurus, as a fixed sign as well, we don't generally like change. We want things to feel stable, to feel certain. So ambiguity can sometimes feel very threatening. And I think fox energy is important to tap into for ambiguity, because the fox is able to deal with the stress of the chase, deal with the stress of being persecuted, whatever it is that you're going through, rather than allow it to mull over in your mind and overthink it, Taurus, because that's something that can happen, and it can lead to a storing of unhealthy emotion, which eventually can manifest into physical imbalances or dis-ease. So I'm getting strongly for you to write, to journal, to ground, to read, to nourish your energy right now. One more card of advice to close out this reading for Taurus, please, and thank you, Spirit. Page of Air. So be open to new knowledge. And I was seeing reading as well. So there might be some subject matter that you're needing to or wanting to explore further. And it's a perfect time for research right now. I think Mercury is in Sagittarius today. Mercury is the planet of research, intellect, communication, knowledge. Even though it's retrograde in Sagittarius energy, Sagittarius is about exploration. So if there's anything you'd like to research deeper or explore deeper, Taurus, this is your confirmation that that is something that you could be doing or need to be doing. Not need to be. It's permission to explore. Give yourself permission to explore, because those new skills and that newly acquired knowledge is going to support you on your path. And it's this idea of continuous learning, right? We are never fully the sage, never fully in complete wisdom. There's always something new to be learned, especially with the rapid way in which things are shifting and changing in the external world, in the 3D world, with technology. So we have to continue to be on our game in terms of adapting and in terms of enhancing and backing up our own talent. So Page of Air, Page of Swords energy feels like a Sagittarius energy with those wings. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The temptation to self-sabotage, and that's the devil energy, can sometimes come in. So it's just in the bottom of the deck, or at the bottom of the deck, as a shadow reference, a reminder that we can move into wanting to stay in comfort, wanting to stay in certainty. But the oracle messages that came through for you today, Taurus, are guiding you to see this change as magical, to trust in this change, and to bring back, the faith that you have had to get this far. And it is a 6 energy. Major Arcana, card of Capricorn. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, or maybe it's just the mundane, practical aspects of Capricorn that bring in a boredom for you, Taurus, and you've been trying to distract yourself from that boredom, which is also the temptation energy. So be aware of that when it is happening, and it's a good opportunity to then ask yourself, where is this need for hiding and for distraction coming from? What am I avoiding actually, by the self-sabotage, by the distraction? What is it that I am actually avoiding? And that is where your answer will lie. Okay, Taurus. Sending you so much love and light and blessings. And please leave a comment if this resonated for you. I am doing personal readings. If you're interested in a personal reading, I will leave my details in the description box below. But until next time, sending you massive amounts of love.